Welcome. Welcome to Growth School. Welcome to Revisiting Purpose. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you're doing so well and you're having some amazing moments. So let me wake up and inform a couple of friends that we are now live. We are now live. Please do well to share the link, share with friends, invite them. Let them know that we are set for Growth School tonight. So we're looking at revisiting purpose. Okay? So if you have been having some confusion around purpose, concept, and the likes, you can do well to join in. You can do well to join in and begin to receive all the value that we have to share tonight. I hope you're doing so well. I hope you're having some amazing moments and all seems to be turning out well for you. All right, everyone. So I hope this webinar does not turn out to be a long one. Okay, I hope it does not turn out to be a long one because I'm so eager to share a lot with you tonight, but I will do well to see how well we can do it. So, Growth School meant for? Who is this webinar meant for? Okay, it's meant for those individuals, people who seem to have heard a lot of things around purpose, but there are still a lot of confusion, a lot of things still yet unanswered, and they are trying to look for answers to them. Okay, so they're trying to look for answers to them, and maybe you are at that light, like I shared in my post on Facebook. Like some of you have taken courses, you've read books, and it still seems like you are not getting the right answer. So this webinar is for you. So maybe you've attended you've taken a lot of courses, you've read books, you've attended a lot of master classes, but yet you don't have the push. You seem to still not have the motivation to get started with your purpose, or to some extent, the discovery thing just seems like a whole lot of mirage, and you're confused about it. So it becomes essential that we revisit purpose and we begin to look at it. Now, I will start out this way, that you must begin to go back to review and revisit and find out if the things that you seem to call purpose are just mere ambitions, or are either a mission for an ambition or just a means to prove a point. Because there are a lot of people who start out, oh, I want to do this to prove to people that yes, I can also get that thing done. And for certain reason, they do all of those things, and there is not so much of fulfillment and accomplishment and motivation to really carry on. Some people have not started out in the purpose journey, but they got to a certain height, and after reaching those certain heights, they could not move on. They could not make consistent progress. They could not carry on to do things again and again, and for that reason, they are just limited. Okay, so they are just limited and they are just there. Okay, so please do well to invite your friends. Hold on a sec. Okay, so revisiting purpose. So that's the reason why we are coming to this. Now, you would necessarily need to find out and ask yourself that when you try to go through certain purpose discovery masterclasses, purpose discovery series, purpose discovery moments. And at a moment, it looks like, oh, you have hit the light bulb. Oh, yeah, I've gotten there. I've achieved this. I've done all of that thing. And you want to feel like, oh, let me get started. To some extent, something seems to be drawing you back and limiting you from getting to the point where you accomplish massive fulfillment, massive joy, a lot of happiness in the things you do. And for that reason, you do not have the drive to carry on. You are just so stalled, you are so limited, you can't do a lot of things you have to do. Now, the question is, did you choose to pick up that purpose assignment because you wanted to prove a point to people, or you wanted to show people that you can also maybe do certain things, maybe sing, organize webinars, organize sessions, do a lot of those things? Was that the reason for picking up that purpose? Or you picked up that purpose as a means to cover your hurt and pain and situations you've been through, as a means to cover up the situations and circumstances that are so displeasing, to carry them out? And when you're able to achieve that, you could no longer carry on. Now, the question you need to ask yourself is that when you actually made mention the fact that you discovered a purpose, whose purpose did you discover? Who is the person you discovered the purpose for? Was it the person who was victimized? Was it the person who was hurt, offended? Was it the person who was trying to show people that, oh, I can also accomplish that, and you wanted to prove a point? Now, you must understand that the real value of your purpose discovery is in understanding the personality in whose purpose you discovered. Because you see people right now, for example, there are people who maybe they've been to series of relationships and they have been hurt, things didn't work out, they happen to be a lot of break up, or maybe what people call the breakfast. And for that reason, they have decided that, oh, as a means of recovery, let me take out this assignment of purpose. So you're trying to discover a purpose for a victim who has not been healed, who has not built authority and mastery to be able to do certain things. So you must ask yourself that at the point where you are at your purpose discovery moment, who was the personality, who is the person that you discovered the purpose for? And what were you trying to cover up? What were you trying to shield? What were you trying to keep at the moment when you discovered that purpose? There are people right now who have a lot of groups. They are setting up WhatsApp groups. They are setting up a lot of things, doing a lot of things, getting a lot of the hypes. And people are saying, oh, you're doing well, carry on, do all of those things. But in themselves, they know they did those things because they wanted to prove a point to certain people. And even though people seem to have given them all the accolades, giving them all the hypes, giving them all the hails, and they go to their comment section and say certain things, in themselves, they seem not to have still gotten certain fulfillment. Why? Because the person who they discovered the purpose for was a victim. And you do not try to use purpose as a means to escape from being a victim. You need to overcome being a victim and then find a purpose for the true person that God made you to be. That's where your real fulfillment is in. So never try to believe that purpose is a means to cover up shame or to pick up a mission for an ambition. Okay, now we'll start out by saying there are majorly 6 important questions in life. And these 6 important questions are critical to really change your life, to really impact your life. And if every day you wake up and you are choosing to answer these 6 questions, you are going to make so much progress. You are going to reach certain great heights. You're going to change your life in no small way by just answering those 6 questions. These 6 questions are life changer. And every time you wake up, you must move to the consciousness of answering those 6 questions. The consciousness of answering those 6 questions. And until you find answers to those 6 questions, never get satisfied with the level you are in. You get what I'm saying? Never get satisfied with the level you are at until you are able to consistently answer those 6 questions, never get pleased and satisfied with the level you are in. Okay, now let me tell you the truth. The reason why a lot of people are at a point where they are not satisfied with their life, they are so confused, they are in a state of chaos or crisis, is really because of the questions they have not asked or the questions they have not answered. When you get into an organization and you see people who are confused, maybe they want to make more profit, they are just looking at, oh, how can we begin to do it? Every answer is actually in a question. That organization may need to ask, oh, what are we doing right now that is not making us get more sale? What do we need to do that can help us increase our sale? That's answering a question or asking a question. Every solution always begins with a question. Maybe right now you are not doing so well financially. Maybe you don't have as much money you should, or maybe your career is not advancing as it should. Maybe you think you should have gotten to this level, but right now you are here. Every solution always starts with a question. The question may be, oh, what have I not yet added to myself that should have gotten me to this level? The question may be, who have I not met that could have given me counsel and inspiration and advice and ideas that would have taken me to this level? So every solution always starts with a question. But the problem is a lot of people are not so sincere with themselves to answer certain questions genuinely or ask certain questions instantly. They are not able to answer certain questions genuinely or ask certain questions instantly. Now, what's the first question? The first question is, who are you? And this question really has to do with, it is the question of identity. It's the question of identity. Right now, there are certain people that believe that, oh, when they get married, a lot of things will be settled and gotten right. Why? Because they seem that they need marriage to make up who they should become, okay, or cover up what they should be. And for that reason, they are not becoming anything right now that they are single. There are a lot of people who believe that it's getting a lot of money, making millions and billions of dollars that will make them to become that great personality, that amazing personality, that most celebrated personality. And for that reason, they are doing nothing right now to express the real person that they should be. The question is, who are you? Who are you beyond the money you seek for? Who are you beyond the kinds of connection you seek for? Who are you beyond the marriage ideas that you're looking for? Who are you beyond some of those things that you feel that would really make and advance you, and if you can just have them, your life is going to change? Who exactly are you? Who exactly are you? Who are you beyond the association that you keep around you? Because people believe that if only I can have more rich people, more wealthy people, if I can have more talented people around me, then I will become that person. But who are you outside every other person you are connected to? When the friends are not there, when the family is not there, when the money is not there, when a lot of the things are not there, who are you? Who are you? It's a question you need to ask yourself. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? The moment you begin to know who you are and you begin to put value on the personality you are, at that moment, your life will begin to change in no small way. So I'm asking you the question, who are you? Who are you? Ask yourself that question. Who are you? Do you just flock around, oh, there's this reality show, then, oh, when this person comes out, I'm the fan of that person, and that's all you keep commenting about all the time and in all the things you do, but you never ask yourself the question, when are you going to get to the point where you create something that people would celebrate? So who are you? Who are you beyond the real making of, the real trying to seem as though everything is right, and then you are not creating and initiating anything that would impact, that would change, that will turn lives around, and that will bring you into maximum fulfillment? The question is, who are you? Who are you? Until you understand your identity, you will remain intimidated all your life. And you remain subjected by societal ideologies, by societal initiation, okay, all your life. Who are you? Who are you beyond the challenge that comes out and you get doing it all the time? So people create trends, you choose to follow them because you are not aware of who you are. You have not indoctrinated yourself with the person that you are. The moment you become indoctrinated with the real person you are, your world will begin to respect you for the kind of person that you express. So you must understand that understanding the question of who you are and the basis to really understanding and fulfilling and expressing your purpose in life begins with knowing who you are. It does not begin with knowing why you are on earth. So you see people who keep looking for the purpose of somebody who is not aware of who he is, who is not aware of who he is. So until you are aware of who you are, who you truly are, who you have been made to become, then your purpose will begin to make sense. Your purpose is not making sense to you, is not offering you so much of value, is not pushing you that much, is not making you give the extra effort because you are not aware of who you are. You never see a prince always trying to speak like the average citizen. You never see a prince trying to speak or act like a slave. Why? Because he's aware of who he is. The day you know who you are, your deliverance begins from intimidation, from envy, from jealousy, and from comparison. Who are you? Very critical and very important question. Number 2 question is, where are you from? That's the question of origin or the question of heritage. Where are you from? Where are you from? When an ambassador, say the ambassador of United Kingdom, for example, the ambassador of United Kingdom to Rwanda, for instance, it does not matter how much of amazing things happen in Rwanda. It does not matter how much of great things, awesome things happen in Rwanda. You must understand that that ambassador who has been sent from UK to Rwanda would never try to be like the people of Rwanda. Why? Because he's aware of where he's from. The day you know where you operate from, the day you know where you are from, your ideology of the world changes differently. And you will not become controlled by the things that happen around, by things that happen in the world, by things that happen here and there. Why? Because you have become indoctrinated by the custom, by the culture of where you are from. So number 2 question is, where are you from? Because we have a lot of people who have no awareness of where they are from. They have no awareness of where they are from. So people keep telling you, discover your purpose. Maybe you've even had preaching on certain platforms. Oh, find a purpose to life. Understand the purpose to life. But if you don't know who you are, and if you don't know where you are from, your purpose will make no sense, even though the statement may seem so interesting. Even though the statement may seem so interesting, the statement may be, oh, I want to try to ensure that every young people become fireful and prayerful so that they will be able to understand God and be impactful in their generation. But these people don't even know where they are from. You see why we need to revisit the concept of purpose. You know, when I was much younger and when I started out this purpose thing, I'm always like, oh, yeah, purpose, discover purpose. I will give all the pointers, give all the ideas. But at the end of the day, I will still see these people come back and be like, oh, I'm still confused. My purpose is not still clear. Oh, my purpose is still seeming like. Some of them will even start out, they'll do certain things. They will set up group platforms. They will begin to do a lot of sessions. They will have a lot of live sessions and all of that. They get to a point, they are just so stalled. They are just like, oh, they don't know the next thing to do. They don't know how to take themselves from level A to level J. They don't know how to get themselves to that level. Why? Because they are not aware of this foundation. They are not aware of this foundation. They are not aware. Who are you? I'm asking again, who are you? Okay. Oh, Christ-like Jesus. Thank you so much. Christ-like Jesus. Thank you so much. It says, where am I from? Yeah. So where are you from? Number 1, who are you? Number 2, where are you from? The moment you understand your origin, you will know the things that should respect you. Oh, it's like a young man who was born in a palace, who was born as a prince. And for certain reason, as a baby, he needed to be taken to another city. Okay, even though if he grew up 20 years after, If you understand where he's from, he knows the things that should respect him. He knows the things that should obey to him. That's how it works. Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? The things that control the other people in the world, the things that intimidate them, the thing that makes them to become the slave of the ideologies of certain people in the world will not control them because they have an awareness of where they are from. Only until your identity is clear and your heritage is clear, your purpose can frustrate you. You get that? Until your identity is clear and your heritage is clear, your purpose will frustrate you. So you would be finding the purpose for somebody who is battling with a lot of identity crisis, who is not so sure who he or she is. So the world tells you that when you get married, all will be well. And for that reason, you are just waiting, folding your arms, saying, oh, someday I will get married. And when I get married now, I will be like, oh, my life will be so great and I'll be accomplished. Are you sure? It's not wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's not wrong to get married. But you need to start with who exactly are you? Who are you exactly? And where are you from? Then number 3, why are you on earth? That's the question of purpose. Why are you on earth? I was saying something humorously yesterday. I was in a session in a particular platform where I was teaching the people there. And I said that, do you know that every inanimate thing seems to be fulfilling their purpose, yet men who have body, soul, and spirit, a lot of them seem not to be fulfilling purpose, which means a lot of inanimate things seem to be more purposeful than human beings who breathe every day. So you sit on a chair, maybe you're sitting on a chair right now, that chair is fulfilling its purpose. Maybe you are making use of a table, that table is fulfilling its purpose. You go around with your smartphone, the smartphone is fulfilling its purpose, but you who carry it around, you seem not to be living out the purpose for which you are created, the purpose for which you are on earth. Yet you are wasting a lot of the resources of God, a lot of the resources of nature. You are wasting a lot of the value, okay, that are being given to you. Why? Because you are not aware of the purpose you need to fulfill in life. So you walk out every day, the cars you see and admire, they are fulfilling their purposes. But you, the human being, who drive the car, you seem not to be fulfilled. You are not fulfilling and accomplishing that purpose for your life. And that's the reason why we have a lot of confusion, crisis, and chaos on earth today. So until you come to that awareness that you were created to meet a particular need, you are created to meet a particular essence on earth, a lot of the things you would do will seem to be a waste. So number 1 is the question of identity. Who are you? Number 2 is the question of heritage. Where are you from? What's your origin? Number 3 is, why are you on earth? Why exactly have you come to earth? Have you come to earth to just breathe, grow up, give birth to children, be fine, and then you go? Or you are on earth to feel something more with which you can create certain positive vibration on earth, that the earth can know that yes, you're truly here. Now, let me tell you the truth. The reason why money will make no sense to you, the reason why you have a lot of money and you will seem to lose them, the reason why you will get certain promotion and advancement and they will still not make any sense to you is because identity, heritage, and purpose is not yet clear to you. Number 4 question is, what can you do? That's the question of potential. What can you do? Listen, there is no one created to earth without a potential. There is no one created to earth. And listen, don't try. Oh God, you don't try get to the point where you now begin to feel like, oh, purpose is clear. But there's a potential that God has given to you. There is that ability. There's a capacity that has come with you, that came with your birth. You don't need to go elsewhere to look for that potential. It's within you, but until you search it out, develop it, okay, maximize it, release it to your world, you will keep being intimidated by what every other person seems to be doing. The fact that somebody is doing something, oh, she can sing, she can speak, oh, she's doing all of that, is writing books, is organizing those programs. It's intimidating you. You know why? Because you are not aware of what you can do that is within you. The reason why the fish and the birds are not envious of each other is because they know the different things they can do, they know their different potentials, and they celebrate that potential and maximize it. But you would see someone do something and you feel intimidated. Ah, that guy is great. Oh, that guy is this. Oh, that guy become this. And then you become intimidated. You're like, can I do this? Ah, the guy is this. But there's something within you. There's something within you. So every time you go to those reality shows and you see them and you keep yourself at the back, like, oh, let me hide behind this person. Oh, let me see, I'm the fan of, and then you keep hiding behind that without understanding that there is something within you that should be celebrated. Wow, interesting. Thank you, Oluwatoyin. Thank you, Emmanuel Oketa. He said on purpose. All right, interesting. Thank you, guys. So you must understand that there is something within you. The moment you know it and you begin to treasure and value it, your life begins to change. It's just like, yeah, let's get going. You find it and then you move. That's how it works. Potential, the question of potential. Number 5 is, where are you going? That's the question of destiny. That's the question of destiny. The day you begin to realize, and the day it comes to your mind that, oh, I'm going here, you know what? Your decisions will begin to change drastically. And you will not be available to do everything. You will not be everywhere because your focus is now clear. You know what? Destiny demands diligence, and destiny creates focus. Destiny creates focus. You know, this is where I'm going. Every other person may be going this way, even if they are so much, but I have a destiny. This is where I'm going. Where are you going? Where exactly are you heading? When you are clear about where you are heading, you begin to take your decisions with discretion. Your decisions with discretion. You are not everywhere. You are not doing everything. You are not going every place. Why? Because your destiny is sure. You understand exactly where you're going. And question number 6 is, how far can you see? That's a question of vision. How far can you see? Listen, your life will not attain beyond what you can see. There's a part in the Bible where there was this story of how God spoke with Abraham, and God told Abraham, look to the north, look to the south, look to the west, look to the east. He said, as far as your eyes can see, I will give to you. Do you get that lesson? As far as your eyes can see. Ask yourself the question, how far can you see? How far do you see yourself going? You know what? The reason why a lot of people live carelessly, and they seem not to have an idea that someday they will become something great, they'll become something, they'll become someone who will be celebrated, they'll become someone who will be well esteemed, they'll become someone who will be, lifted high, and people will say, yeah, you're doing this, we celebrate you, all of that. They do not see themselves that someday they will have a reason to tell their stories. They will have a reason to tell the story of how they got to where they are. That's the reason why people begin to live carelessly. The moment you know how far you can see, there's a way it begins to determine your life. It determines how you live. It begins to coordinate how you begin to take certain decisions in your life. How far can you see? Do you see yourself someday standing to become the president of a nation, standing to become the leader of a movement, standing to become the leader of an initiative? The moment that vision is clear, the moment that becomes so clear about you, there are certain scandals you will not want to feature in your story. Certain scandals will not feature in your story. So you know the reason why a lot of guys seem to play games, so they want to try out this lady, try out that lady, do all this, is because they cannot see that someday they will stand on a podium and some of these ladies may rise up and say, oh, is it this guy that wants to become this? And then they begin to bring out their stories. You begin to bring out their stories. You get that? They begin to bring out their stories. How far can you see? You get, and you must understand that wherever your focus go, your life is becoming that thing. Wherever your focus gets to, wherever your focus is on consistently, that's where your life goes to. So the reason why you keep watching certain things, seeing certain things, looking at certain things, that is just telling me where you are going. So if I ask you, for example, what videos have you watched in the past 30 days? What videos have you watched in the past 1 week? What certain posts have you read? What are the certain posts that you have read? You get what I'm saying? What are the certain posts you have read in the past 1 week? What are the kind of books that you're reading? What are the kind of conferences you have attended? What are the kinds of people you are listening to? Those things will tell me exactly what you'll become. See, when you want, see, it's not prophecy. It's not, you don't need a special spiritual gift to know where someone is going. You don't need a special spiritual gift. Just ask the person these 4 or 5 questions. What videos have you watched in the last 1 week? What books have you read in the last 1 week? Who are the people you have spoken to in the last 1 week? Well, okay. What are the posts that you have looked at in the past 1 week? Some of you right now, if you tell me the things you have seen on TikTok and consistently you have looked at them for 1 week, I can tell exactly where you're going. I can tell exactly where you're going. I don't need a special spiritual gift. Is a top secret. All right, okay. Isaac Williams, yeah, hello, welcome. Isaac Williams say, wherever my focus goes is where my life goes. Exactly. Wherever your focus go, that's where your life goes. I've shared the link around. Oh, thank you so much. Christ-like gist. Amazing. Thank you so much. So how far you can see? How far can you see? You have started a movement right now, but how far can you see that movement going? You have started a Facebook community, Facebook page, Facebook platform. How far do you see it going? Do you just see it as something that will just be there, massage for a while? You have started a new career. How far do you see yourself doing that? Okay, so you see the reason why people start something. You see the reason why people start something, and at the end of the day, they cannot really go that far. So the more you focus, the things you focus on consistently will determine what you are becoming. I don't need any special gift. I just need to ask you, okay, what people you have spoken to in the last 1 week? What have you read in the last 1 week? What post have you read in the last 1 week? What videos have you watched in the past 1 week? What places have you been in the past 1 week? It's very easy for me to tell that this is what you are going to become. So that's the reason why you find that scandals don't just happen. It's always a gradual process that comes through focus. So how far can you see? The question of what? The question of vision. The question of vision. The question of vision. You don't have to be distracted. You see people who are distracted with many things. I want to learn this skill. I want to learn this skill. I want to be this webinar. I want to do this. I want to do that. Without any clear purpose of achieving something. It's always progress over activities. Any activity that is not adding to your progress are just mere wasted activities. It's progress over activities. It's progress over activities. Whatever is not contributing to your progress is not essential for your destiny. Did you get that? I don't know if anybody got that. Can you help me just type it? Whatever is not essential to your progress is only wasting your time towards destiny, and they are not essential for your destiny. They are not essential for your destiny. Okay? Isaac is asking a question. So, how can I fine-tune my focus? Interesting. How can I fine-tune my focus? Now, let me say something quickly on that. Let me say something quickly on that. Now, you know, we are approaching at this time. I'm taking this growth school in November 2022. Most of the times, you know, the reason why people get to the end of the year and they are so much in a rush to accomplish so much is always because they don't seem to review and revisit their resolutions, their goals, their plan, and the vision they had for the year. They wrote down that vision, they wrote down those things in maybe January or December last year. And on getting to November 2022, a lot of them right now are not able to even achieve a little of the things they have done. Why? Because they don't review and revisit the things that they wrote down at the beginning of the year. So they got so distracted. Maybe at the time they ran out of little cash. Instantly they want to move out to do this, and then they forgot the original goal and the original purpose and the original vision that they needed to accomplish. So how do you fine-tune that focus? It starts by one, reviewing what was your real intention for the year or the real focus for your life. Number two, revisiting your plan again and see where you left off. It's like somebody who is going on this direction. The person is going this way, and the person is almost getting to where he should, maybe by just 10 meters. And then someone started shouting on the left-hand side, and the person branched and went. For that person to come back this route, what do you have to do? You need to return back to the path where you missed and then continue the journey. Okay, so you review the plan, you revisit the plan, you revise your growth mission, and then you journey again. That's how you make progress. It's progress over activities. Okay, Kingdom Mandate is saying progress over activities, correct? Isaac Williams is saying whatever is not essential to your progress is not essential to your destiny. Amazing. Whatever is not essential to your progress is not essential to your destiny. Emmanuel says whatever is not turning into my progress does not align with my destiny. Exactly. Interesting. Church Like G says whatever is not essential to your progress is it's not essential to your destiny. It's not essential. Yes, you revisit the plan again. What plan did you have for your business? What plan did you have for your career? What plan did you have for your academic life? What plan did you have for your movement? What plan did you have for your ministry? What plan did you have for your family? What were those things? What do you have to do? You review it, you revise it, and then you pump up energy and motivation for them again. That's how it goes. That's exactly how it goes. So revisiting purpose again. Purpose begins when you come back to meet your original person God wants you to be, your identity. And then you recognize where you are from, which is your heritage. You understand why you're on earth. You understand what you can do. Okay? You understand where you are going, which is destiny. And then you understand how far your eyes can see. When you are able to bring together all of these things and connect them, then your purpose begins to make sense. Okay, that's when all the secret, all the questions they ask you about purpose, all the pointers will begin to make sense to you. Because if you don't work on these 6 things, when you begin to do all the volunteering, mentorship, all the outreach, all of those things, you wonder why you just see the peak and you can't move up again. But when you recognize when you are, no critic can pull you down. When you understand where you are, when you understand who you are and where you're from, you begin to deal with your life and begin to execute that purpose with so much authority, so much sovereignty and power within you. So these things are very, very essential. Okay, thank you guys. I did not plan for this to be long, but before I leave, I'm going to leave with this very important quote said by an amazing person. He says, the mystery of human existence lies not in just staying alive, but in finding something to live for. The mystery of human existence, the real mystery of human existence is not in just staying alive, but in finding something to live for. Can I tell you for free that there are a lot of people who are alive, but who seem not to be living? When I say that statement, it hits a lot of people really hard. It's very possible to be alive, but not to be living. Because being alive is simply the fact that you can breathe in, breathe out, you can eat, you can do all of your many things, but you really start living when there is a purpose to your life. When you understand the purpose to your life. So it's possible to be alive and not be living. So many people are alive, but they seem not to be living. Do you know that Jesus died and resurrected and has gone over 2,000 years ago? But he is still living because his purpose is still making vibration on the earth. Do you get that? Joseph has died and gone to the world beyond. Yes, thousands of years over. But yet, you know what? He is still living because his story is still making sense to many people. Some people still refer back to the story of Joseph and they build their life around it. That's a man who is living. Ask yourself, am I alive or am I living? Are you alive or are you living? Are you alive or are you living? Are you alive or are you living? It's only purpose that makes you live because you live a life of purpose. Okay? You can be alive but not be living. It's possible to have been alive for 75 years, but you never lived for a second. It's only purpose that really makes you live. It's purpose that makes you live. Purpose is what makes you live, guys. Purpose is what makes you live. It's purpose that makes you live. The genesis of your existence is the day you were born. But the genesis of your living is the day you discover the purpose for living. The genesis of living is the day you discover a purpose for life. So ask yourself right now, are you existing or you are living? I'm going to give one more quote. It does not matter how long you are spending on the earth, how much money you have gathered, or how much attention you have received. It is the amount of positive vibration you have radiated in life that matters. It's the amount of what? The amount of positive vibration that you have made on the earth that really matters. It's not how long you live. It's not the money you have. It's not the influence you've got. It's not the number of people, the attention you have received. It's not the amount of people who know you. But what? The number of positive vibration that you live in life. Okay, I think there are some questions here. Isaac says, wow, can one have more than one purpose? You can have more than one purpose. You can have more than one purpose, but you cannot have more than one purpose for living. Oh, because you were not created to accomplish many purposes for living, but you can have more than one purpose. What's purpose? The reason for doing something. You can have many reasons for doing something, but you have only one purpose for living. I think that answers that. Okay, Kingdom Mandate says, please, can someone list the 6 things? Okay, I'll say them again. Number 1, who are you? The question of identity. Number 2, where are you from? The question of heritage or the question of origin. Number 3, why are you on earth? The question of purpose. Number 4, what can you do? That's the question of potential. Number 5, where are you going? That's the question of destiny. And number 6, how far can you see? That's the question of vision. The question of vision. Until you have clear answers to these 6 things, every purpose you find will just look like you are just catching cruise or you are just having fun. Okay? Church like G says, purpose makes me live. Exactly. You are living because there's a purpose to your life. You can be alive, but not be living. So find a purpose to life and keep doing the things that you can do. All right, that's it for tonight. I think we're done about 45 minutes thereabout. That's it for tonight. I don't know if there are questions, that you have, so I can do well to answer them. So it's revisiting purpose, and tonight is growth code. So I'm going to leave this replay. We can do well to share it with our friends after, and I'll share the link with them. Let them come to watch this again. We are revisiting purpose. So we are saying, don't find purpose as a mission for an ambition, and don't find purpose as a means to cover your hurt. Okay, you need to be healed from that pain. There are people who were served breakfast and then they start a WhatsApp status ministry. Men have come. Those that trust men are wasting their time. Those that trust a man, they are going to cry. You will cry shiggy. Because someone served you breakfast and you started the ministry, you now started WhatsApp status and say, yeah, I'm fulfilling purpose. I'm helping ladies not to get. Go and be healed from it first. Let God help you first. Let God deliver you out of it. Then when you have been healed, let it be God that will give you the assignment to take it up. Okay, so you must know who you are. Come back to who you are, not the victim, not the person who is controlled by culture. not the person who is controlled by ideologies, not the person who is controlled by certain systems. All right? So these 6 questions are very essential as the foundation before you even start discovering purpose at all. So very important point, very key things, and very essential. Okay? So that's it for Growth School this week. Next week, I'm hopeful. Let's see. Hopefully, maybe we can meet again next week. This may be maybe on Sunday. Probably we'll meet Sunday after tomorrow. So we'll have Growth School for next week. But if it will not hold, definitely there won't be any publicity for that. Okay. Oh, thank you, Emmanuel. Also, thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Church Like Gist. That should be Kende Olaniyi. Okay, thank you. How often we will have the program? Yeah, we had one last week, actually, Isaac. We had one last week. You can check for the replay. I think the topic was, can someone remind me the topic for last week? In fact, I can't even remember now. We had a topic last week where I shared with people on how they can begin to create content for free and all of that. Yeah, I think that for last week was, what was the session for last week? Anyone who was here last week, I'm trying to check so I can tell you. We had Good School last week. Where are you? Okay, yeah, overnight online guru. So we had one last week, overnight online guru. I think that was last week Wednesday. So I'm hopeful that we can also do this every week. Though for now, the particular day of the week is not too certain, but with time, we'll begin to stabilize it, and then we have a particular day of the week that we can have it. Maybe every Wednesday from 8 p.m. We just have this session, and then we carry on. Yeah, Emmanuel was there. Emmanuel said content creation and copywriting for landing pages. Yes, I mentioned a lot of AI tools that can help you automatically create content. You can create content and begin to share them online and do all of that. You have AI tools that can help you create sales copy. You just put in certain keywords and they write it out for you. Very amazing tools. So you can go back and watch them, and I showed a demonstration of each of those tools. Yes, identity, kingdom mandates, that should be Caleb Ajayi. Okay, who are you? How far can you see? Where are you going? Interesting. All right. Thank you so much, Church Like Gift. So thank you so much, everyone. Let's be hopeful we might do this again next week, probably Sunday after tomorrow. That should be the 13th of November. Probably we'll come on live again and we share on Night School. So that's it for tonight. God bless you, and I wish you amazing moments, amazing times, and progress in all that you do. Go and fulfill your purpose. Amen, somebody. Amen. All right. Thank you so much. You are gonna change the world, make my world clear. You don't get to the point where you now begin to feel like, oh, purpose is clear. But there's a potential that God has given to you. There is that ability. There's a capacity that has come with you, that came with your birth. You don't need